Plus severe storm damage in St. Louis. The damage reports coming in. A man being rescued from the rubble. That's on top of 11 tornadoes reported just a day before. That toppled silos as ranchers herded cattle to safety. Intense hail making driving dangerous. So that was yesterday. Luckily, we did make it to St. Louis. We had to rush, but if you can tell behind me, we are at the Anheuser Busch Brewing Factory. We did book a tour for a couple of minutes from now. This is actually not what we came here for, or the arch that you may see later. We actually came here for
Chunkfest.
That's right, we're back. It is the third one?
Third one.
Third one. Obviously, we made it to the first one. If you haven't seen that one, definitely go back to our videos. That will be a separate video. It'll be St. Louis and then Chunkfest. So definitely stay tuned. Let's check out the brewery. All right, so we're starting off our tour at the Clydesdales. That's nice. Here they are. That's a beautiful horse. Yep, he agrees. Here's his two brothers. Well, they do have exercise every day. And in case I forgot, it's Lloyd, Bruce, and Scott. And we're walking. Yeah, I definitely like all the little horse edition. Ooh, we're into the beer making area. And whoosh. Smell it, pass it around. So there's about 1.2 million bottles of beer in each barrel. Pretty. There's Jenna walk away from me. Wow. This place is huge. And we get to try some either Budweiser or Bud Light. Alright, got my Bud Light.
We're going to take our barley malt and our rice and we're going to mill it together. Milling is just really...
And the tour continues. Oh, that's the building that we are in, just past, I think are in. Ooh-wee. First of all, one of the things you cannot see is that it's probably about 90 degrees in here. Maybe 96. Oh my God, it's hot. We're going to do so here. If you do need an elevator, please stay back behind the gate and let me know. Otherwise, everybody, please follow me here down the stairs. That's cool. Alright, now they're telling us about Prohibition. This is like a little city. Got like your main square. There we go, it's a national landmark. Wow, 1898. Okay, so that is the oldest building in the complex, built in
she believes 1808. Also, one of the things that I did hear is that Anheuser is the largest consumer of rice, which is also what makes it slightly different than true German beer. German beer doesn't allow rice in their lager. Some cool statues. Here's what it's like.
Floor of our Vivo packaging facility. The floor currently overlooking through the window is one of our bottling lines, line 34. This bottling line has the potential to bottle 1,300 bottles per minute. I'm going to walk you guys through what you're seeing, and then feel free to take any pictures as well. What you're currently looking at is one of the most innovative packaging lines in the world. That exact same box and leave in that same 24 bottles inside of the same box.
One of those will end up in my belly. Wow, that's so many beers.
Alright, we got our day fresh bottled brew of beer here. Right off that line right there today.
Apparently you can even have your wedding here. And they give us more samples. Let's try something that we probably wouldn't buy out in the field. So I opted for the mango cart, and Jenna opted for wind. What'd you get?
I got the Kona.
Kona.
Hey Josh.
Mango-y but refreshing.
Tropical, very lightweight. Apparently, it said from love from Hawaii.
There we go.
All right, so that was the tour. I thought it was absolutely amazing. We got a full-size beer to go, and then we also had tastings during it as well.
I thought that only happened during the airport. That was ridiculous. Okay, anyways.
Anywho, so there are also 3 different tour options. So obviously we don't have a lot of time. So we did the day tour, the day fresh tour. There's also a Clydesdale VIP experience tour, which I think you have more interaction with the horses. And then there's also a all-in-one package, which that one, if we had more time, I highly recommend. Only because you kind of get an all-in-one experience. You get way more tastings, way more beers.
Yeah, I think you get a Anheuser Busch hat and like an actual glass and more tastings.
So definitely highly recommend.
It was good. Had a good time. On to the next one. So we made it to the next stop, the most iconic place here in St. Louis. Yep, we've made it to the Arch. Now, a little facts about it. It is 630 feet tall, but also 630 feet wide. It was built in 1963 and ended in 1965. Now, it has a tram that actually goes up the whole thing to the very top. It's 8 cars on each side, holds about 5 people, and you can fit about 100 people at the very top. There's 40 people on each side, so 40 go up, so 80 total can go up and down. Takes how long to go up and down?
4 minutes to go up, 3 minutes to go down.
And how much were the tickets?
Tickets were about $17, $18 each.
Yep. So you only get a specific amount of time to go up there for a very short period of time. I think it's like 10 minutes or less, but let's go check it out. So as soon as you get inside, they have a replica of how it is to be. This is about the size and the view. Oh, it's actually live. We can actually see the cars moving. That's pretty cool. And here's how the actual elevators work. It's a little circle, and they just go up kind of like a Ferris wheel. Down here you actually have a museum that is free. You do have to go through security, take everything out like an airport, but anybody can come down here. This is actually really cool. Buffalo. And that's where we came from.
There's the pennies. I got all 8. This is what happens when Carlos leaves me alone. I buy all 8 pennies.
That's how they actually installed the final bit. It's crazy that you can have the cranes go up the side. $1 p.m. now, always rushing. So obviously they got to take your picture to try to sell you on that, but they at least give you a postcard. That's pretty nice. So these are the trams, the little pods that kind of act like Ferris wheels and take you up. So they are here. Now mind you, Jenna is 5'2".
I don't like this. This is so tiny.
So there's 5 seats in here.
I think there's only 4 of us. And there's no window. I imagine this was like all the way.
Yeah, we're
Very close.
we fit. Nice. Oh. There's the steps, and it does like move. Alright, and we're off. And now we're going up.
Alright guys, doors are closing, keep on to the left side, doors closing.
Wow. And we're at the top. We made it to the top. You have these little windows. They did them small for structure. Anything bigger wouldn't be good. Look at that. So that's where you enter. That whole thing underneath is the museum, which is free to anybody. And we came up through here. So this is St. Louis. Beautiful.
I'm actually surprised there's not a lot of people here.
And there it is, 630 feet, 192 meters. Now that also means that it's 192 meters from here to there. Same thing, 630 feet from end to end. And on the opposite side, that is the Mississippi River, and that is Illinois. So this is the first time we've ever been out this way. Alright, so you only get about 10 minutes, a little bit less, and then they kick you out.
So that was a quick trip to our 2 iconic places in St. Louis.
So both of those were obviously the main things that you want to do when you get here, the touristy spots. Unfortunately, because of everything that we had to do in one day, and we have to leave so early tomorrow. We're not going to really be able to explore right now. We're in our Airbnb, which is actually lovely. But the arch, you can go up it. Everybody that I've spoken with in New York did not know that you could actually go up it. It's kind of like the Washington Monument. That too, you can go up. There's an elevator. You can go all the way to the top. It's not just a pretty little spire. But other than that, the next video that comes after this, right after this, I'm going to try to upload both of them at the same time, is Chunkfest. The whole reason we were in St. Louis. I do apologize that we weren't able to explore just a little bit more, but hopefully what we gave you is a taste just enough that it'll inspire you to come out here. So for now,
I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy our trip to St. Louis.
all right, we'll see you at the next one. Bye.